That kid's gonna be raised to be a very good guy. If this is his mother, oh, he's gonna be raised correct. Eee. Eee. Oh. Freddy Krueger? What are you doing here? That might be the weirdest thing and creepiest and coolest thing I've seen all season. What was that? I'm gonna keep it real. That Drell death was probably one of the most gruesome, grotesque, and beautiful things I've seen in some time. Was not expecting Buddy to go out. I really thought, oh man, for sure he carrying into the next season. We clip his wings. He'll be beaten. No, he gone. That man left a legacy, but boy was his death savage. Thankfully, even if Drell didn't make it into season 2 is at least confirmed. So we don't gotta jump into that manga just yet because goddamn, I was about an inch away from doing so. But yeah, season 2, if it's even a fraction as good as season 1, I'm still gonna be a happy freaking camper. Make sure you drop a like on this video though, show your support, subscribe if you're new around here, and Patrons where you catch my full live reactions to all these episodes and more if you also want to help fund the channel and videos just like these. So, this episode didn't go where I thought at all, like even minus the Drell death. I really thought to myself, if Mother survives, how does Baby reunite with Mother and Clen keeps his job? Because the whole thing is about a dark god being connecting with a human and helping guide it. Sure, the concept of him staying in the kingdom could work, but it felt so unlikely given how it felt like this was a story about traveling the world with a kid. So I thought to myself, oh, she just won't reunite with the baby or she's gonna die. That would make sense to me. Because I really thought what we were gonna build into was we kind of lose. Drell overtakes the kingdom and we have to flee with the child. Hell, we might even flee with the mother too. But instead what ended up happening is a lot more satisfying and feeling like the good guys won. But the idea that he's like, hey, I'm going to stick around and I'm going to be that kid's magic teacher, immediately made sense. I don't know why I didn't think of it, but it immediately made sense. And I think what's so great is when you read the title of the episode. Last week it was revealed, right? Because when we get a little previews, it's Return of the King. It's a pretty epic title, right? The concept of, you know, like, think of Lord of the Rings, Return of the King. We did get some of the craziest freaking action known to man. So we got the thrill, but it was with Alicia, right? And her just doing her savagery-ness. But Return of the King was a child walking to... And I mean, explaining it to someone who didn't watch the episode, they'd be like, man, why is that epic? And technically it's not. Return of the King is actually just a really sweet moment of, you know, the last time you saw this kid, it was shitting itself and crawling and drooling over itself. And now it's walking towards you. Yeah, you've missed a lot, but there's still so much life left, and this is going to be the king. For the time being, Queen Mother will obviously rule, because, I mean, child can't rule otherwise. But based on what I saw from this woman, that child will be raised correctly. That ain't gonna be no toxic guy in the future. No, that child, if the queen survives, is going to grow up to be a really good dude. Maybe slightly twisted because our magic teacher is twisted, but at the end of the day, I truly believe this could work. And now I'm starting to wonder where the show goes, because obviously we're gonna be magic teacher for the kid and obviously stick to the kingdom. There are bound to be wars and stuff that we'll be sent off to following our, you know, hero, Alicia. And then obviously there could be missions where we do travel, but the concept that now we have a hub area, which is the kingdom, is a really smart thing to do. And I didn't think it was possible. Now seeing where they're going, it really makes sense. And I never thought the show would go this direction, nor did I think they would go as gruesome as they did for Drell's death. Because when you see those moments that look like Freddy Krueger's skin being burned or peeled off, usually it's like a 3-second scene and then the guy falls to his death. I understand we essentially had a 3-phase boss fight. We had Base Drell, then we had Dragon Drell, and then we had Base Drell again for one last hurrah. But his death had a 5 to 6 phase to it. Every time we kept cutting back to Drell, he was a more grotesque, like, it was a drawing, sure, but it was 1 or 2 notches away from me being like, this kind of feels a little too realistic. It was disturbing, and I love a good disturbing death. Don't get it twisted, but Jesus Christ, even my skin was crawling a little bit. I was like, are we real? Like, what the? We really doing that? But I mean, it's brilliant because like the way they couldn't properly defeat him, right? Like they weren't strong enough to completely kill his body. But you can make the dark being inside of him give up on him once he realizes, man, you got the sword destroyed. I'm out this bitch. I'll find a new host. To be honest, when that other hero, I forget his name, was running showing the sword to everyone, I was a little concerned he was going to get possessed. I'm still not completely convinced that won't happen, but, you know, I'm 99% sure he's okay, but that 1% does give me the heebie-jeebies, but we'll see where that goes. I've been saying it since, like, the second episode. Like, I've been saying it since the first, but really, like, second onwards. It's dark fantasy done right. We haven't had a dark fantasy like this since anime wasn't even that popular. Like, it feels like something from the 80s. It really does. And I don't say that as an insult. It's like, okay, Angel's Egg is getting a 4K remaster in Blu-ray. Blew my mind when I learned that. Beautiful. But that's like the vibe I get from this. Is like, man, this show came out around the same time Angel's Egg did, and we're getting the 4K remaster now. It's beautiful. Last week, a single goddamn guy basically cooked that whole episode. And then this week comes in, and they keep that same damn momentum going. Like, the fight scene with Alicia was insane. Like, I swear to God, it's like Levi jumping around with maneuver gear at times. It's beautiful. The character writing was top tier. And to be honest, despite all the greatness I've been talking about, my personal favorite moment is when Nell apologizes. Because think of how she was raised. She thinks of herself less than any... Like, she could probably see a starving pig on the street and assume she's lesser than that, because at least that pig will feed people. And to be honest, most royalty probably would have had her head on a stake. You dare give your lowly life breast to my royal son? Not that woman. She's like, I was worried my kid was starving, and you saved his life. If anything, you're actually my favorite. Such a beautiful moment. We went from this girl being essentially a sex slave, abused and used, to being worshipped by a queen mother. And it'll be interesting because obviously Alicia's going to be working with us and probably also doing hero stuff. We are going to be magic teacher. Fun little disguises after the credits. She probably will be like the personal maid for the kid because they already have a connection, right? So that will be very cool to see. Either way, they left, like, if they didn't confirm a season 2, it's a really good stopping point. Knowing season 2 is in production just brings me great joy. You let me know what you thought, though, of this season. I mean, the past 2 episodes, absolutely phenomenal, and honestly didn't go in any direction I thought. Plus, that Drell death, one of the most disturbing and badass things I've seen all year. Your thoughts? Drop a like, share your support, subscribe if you're new around here, and Patreons, where you catch my full live reactions to all these episodes and more. Like, hey, I also like to give video shoutouts to my patrons. Alright, so today we got Daltus, Fozzie Wolf, Pickrick542, Thor Linsgard, Vi, Anthony Silva, Navenga Games, Shadowclone Rex, Zane Zardonks, and we also have Natasha N. Henry, so I appreciate the support. Please take care, and have a good one.